I just live by never settling. Regardless of what's in your way, what obstacles come your way, really embracing that struggle and just moving through it, I think is really important. It's not that it's never good enough, but there's always more that we can achieve. I would just hate to leave something out there that I know that I can accomplish. Hi, I'm Alex Savva. I am the founder of Circuit Fit Fitness Studio in Midtown Toronto. I'm also the co-founder of PharmaFreak and SD Pharmaceuticals, sports nutrition brands. I got my degree at University of Toronto in physical and health education with an emphasis on exercise performance. And today, I'm just gonna give you a background on my training philosophy, how I eat, and how I live my life, and how I got to where I am today. Ever since I was a young kid, I've always been interested in sports, human performance, exercise, bodybuilding, fitness, what have you. The first thing that I really immersed myself in was martial arts. The reason that I started in martial arts is because my dad was a huge fan of Bruce Lee. At that point, my dad actually influenced me in the scope of bodybuilding because both of his cousins were bodybuilding champions. They were actually both Mr. Cyprus. So I always had that in my life. And I decided when I was doing martial arts that I needed more power, I needed more strength, I needed to build up my physique. I was always the smallest guy. So I decided to take up weight training. So I shifted literally from going 6 days a week doing martial arts straight into bodybuilding. I started training hard. I started to see changes in my physique right away because I was always very lean. So as soon as I started to add muscle, I started to see that definition. I started to see that growth. I started to see the shape, sculpting the physique. For me, it was always like, I want to look a certain way, like I want to sculpt my body, but I want to be able to perform. I don't want this body to just be, good for pictures. It has to be able to perform. And I said, okay, I'm gonna do circuit style training, back to back, no rest. I'm gonna keep all my workouts concise to half an hour. That's gonna make my workouts more effective, more efficient. I'm gonna burn more calories. So it was high intensity intervals and it was very intense training sessions with minimal rest. And then I had to make it a lifestyle, right? So for me, I have to maintain this 24/7. You're not gonna meet me and see me fluctuate 20 pounds and say, hey, this guy was ripped. I saw him 6 months ago. Now he's not as ripped, bloated, he looks different, I can't recognize him. This is the physique that I maintain 24/7. I train about 6 days a week. I take 1 day off. I'm mixing in my weight training sessions with some cross training or some more functional training, or I'll just play a pickup soccer game or whatever, and I'll mix that in. And that's how I maintain my physique. I think the number one downfall for everybody that's not achieving their fitness goals is nutrition. For me, it's eating quality foods, eating foods that I like to eat. So I'm not forcing myself to eat foods that I feel are gonna get me ripped or gonna help me, shed some pounds. I travel a lot and I love to go out to dinners with my wife and my friends. There's always a way to pick a good option. I don't buy that, when you're out at a restaurant, you can't find something healthy on the menu. You can find salmon and rice. You can find, roasted chicken with salad and vegetables. You can do a sweet ass steak with sweet potato on the side. I mean, there's so many versions, we can go on and on. The real secret for me and the formula to my success is to keep it simple and just maintaining that consistency. This is like my life. This is every week, day in, day out. I'm training and I'm eating the same way. I was using a lot of supplements when I was competing as a bodybuilder. I was never truly satisfied with the supplements that were on the market, so I found myself switching quite often, trying to find, that perfect formula. A very good friend of mine by the name of Don Govro, who's one of the top formulators in the industry, came to me and said, hey, I have this great idea. Let's do our own fat burner. There's no fat burner on the market that we like, that satisfies our need, that has the potency that we're looking for. So let's do this. Came up with a name, Ripped Freak, strongest fat burner that we can develop. We put it out on the market, and that's how we started Pharma Freak. You know, having a gym and 2 supplement brands to run really is a dream come true for me. And I tell everybody, you gotta pursue your passion. You know, because if you pursue your passion, you're always gonna be not only successful, but you're gonna be fulfilled. Me and my wife just had a baby boy. His name is Achilles. He's everything to us. He's amazing. He's 10 and a half months. I want to keep up with my son. You know, when he's 10 years old, he's kicking my ass. I don't want to be that old dude that, you know, I can't hang out with my son. I can't play with my son. You know, I want to be the fittest, freakiest dad. You know, I want him to think, my dad's a champ. I could play anything with my dad. I could do anything with my dad. He can hang with me. When he's a teenager, I want to be able to hang with him and his friends. You know, I'm thinking long term. If you want success, you got to think long term. So there you have it. That's my story. You can follow me at Mr. Ripped Freak on Bodyspace, Twitter, and Instagram. And for more great content like this, check me out right here at Bodybuilding.com.